Proof of a Hero is probably the most important song to the Monster Hunter series. I'm really looking forward to this. I obviously have heard this through my playthrough of World, but I know how important this piece is, and I'm really looking forward to listening to it, talking about it, and doing it justice. Let's do it. Obviously, this is a call to arms in the glory of hunting down monsters, to doing your part in this world, to fighting monsters, to bringing balance to the ecosystem or whatever. This is all about standing up, being proud, and the proof of a hero. You know, it's right there in the title. I think with the trumpets and with everything that's going on, this slow buildup really feels like one of these military marciales or marches. There's very much like, yes, I am sworn to duty and I will achieve what I must for my people, for my superiors. I will go to work. And that's the essence of this piece to me. But there is a layer of regality, of nobility, of honor. I mean, after all, what is a hero? It's a person who fights with honor for good and saves the day. And I think obviously in this case, that's what this is. Let's just stop right there before this other section comes in. In the very beginning of this, there's a bit of concern, right? It's like that kind of paints the picture of us hunting down a monster, hunting down a Rathalos or whatever, right? And then it's like we swing a hit and we nail them. Right? There's something so like confident and strong and heroic, I mean, proof of a hero, that it just emanates from the horns. And it's so satisfying to listen to because a good melody will steal your heart and make you feel so invigorated or sad or nervous. It's incredible when you hear melodies like this because they just tug right at the heart and right at your like spirit. And especially when you hear this song a lot, it gets ingrained in you and you're like, yes, I'm on my way to a glorious quest. I can't wait to push start. It's interesting too with the horns. This is very much like a military processional or some sort of galvanizing of the troops, right? It's very national anthem-y in a way. And it's just astounding. There's so much going on in here. You got the horns that are the main melody, which is interesting too, because trumpets and horns and trombones aren't typically the main thrust of a melody. There's a very movie-like quality to this, which is interesting because often video games are very different from film scores. But in this case, you know, it's got this like sort of John Williams-esque energy to it. I also love you've got some grace there with the harp. Of course, the strings underneath supporting the melody of the horns. It's really exciting and it just feels good. You know, it's invigorating. It's exuberant. It's active. And I feel like whenever I record videos, I always feel like I'm playing the adjective game. But in this case, it's really true. It's enigmatic. It's energetic. It's supposed to thrust you into the desire to go after your dreams and your your goals. And I think it really is effective. Now, of course, now we're going to shift, and I'm fairly certain, I've only listened to this one other time, that there is this contemplative section here. Let's check it out. Isn't that beautiful? This is the still moment when we're sort of surveying the landscape, right? You hop down and you're finally in where you're supposed to go on your expedition, and you look out at this vista and this beautiful landscape full of lush jungle, and you on another quest. Or you see the majesty of one of these creatures, these monsters, these beasts, and you can't help but look at it and say, wow, like, I am so lucky that this is my job, right? There's that sort of, I don't know, majestic appreciation that really cuts right to your soul, I think. Again, even this also has a melody, right? We're playing with melody here so that you, the listener, is enthralled and entranced and really just taken aback. It's fantastic. Right, but now we're done reflecting. Now it's time to get back to business. And I think, too, it's interesting because you have the horns in there. The horns in the beginning of this have that melody. Here, it reminds you, hey, we are here for a job, but it's still like, I just can't help but be so blessed and fortunate for everything that I've got going on in my life, I'm so lucky to be here. And then now we're going to shift back to a reprise of the original melody. Pretty positive. See, that we're having this wake up, right? And we have this sort of recall, an echo of the melody, but in a quieter, softer way. I think that's the strings and woodwinds. And that automatically is softer because the brass is the loudest, right? So there's this pulled back nature, like, all right, we just landed at camp, put on my helmet, I'm ready to go, That's like that. Yeah, there's just so much enthusiasm here that it just lights your spirit up, and it just makes you, ready to do the thing. It's very hard to say very much about this because there's so much preparation and release and excitement in the sound, mixed in, of course, which is a very standard symphonic approach, especially in film, to go big, small, big in terms of volume and in terms of instrumentation and in terms of expression. We don't always want to be one note. So we've got the big portion, then we've got the little introspective portion. And then, of course, then we're like, you know what? Let's get on the hunt. You know what I mean? Like there's, and of course, you think about the characters in Monster Hunter. They're big, they're bold. Even the NPCs, like everyone's like, yeah, we're going on the hunt, let's go. So there's an enthusiasm there that really comes across in Proof of a Hero. I want to listen to the other versions of Proof of a Hero in another video. So we're going to keep this going too. I think that's be really interesting. Instead of doing one big long video where we're comparing each of them, I'd rather do them individually because each of them, because they're from different Monster Hunter games, have a little bit more, sort of complexity. But I wanted to respect the original and really hold space for the original Proof of a Hero that we've all sort of grown to know and love through these various variations of it. I love this music. It's so much fun. Proof of a Hero is amazing. Lots more Monster Hunter to come in due time. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.